Just last year in 2025, a sweet, loving, caring 11-year-old little boy wins third place in an essay contest talking about how his father should be Father of the Year. Less than a year later, in April of 2026, he, along with his father, walk into an airport. His father takes his 11-year-old son inside the bathroom where he takes the life of his sweet 11-year-old little boy. Then the father walks out and takes his own life at the airport. Why? What was the motive? And could this have been prevented? Let's find out right now. Wednesday, my Cajun cuties. Yes, it's me, Anne Marie, aka the Cajun Crime Queen from Carriacou, Louisiana. Cajun born, Cajun bred, and when I die, I'll be Cajun dead. I hope after this video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, thank you all for joining me on this Wicked Wednesday evening as we discuss another true crime case. How are y'all doing on this Wicked Wednesday evening? I hope y'all are all having a great evening and a great week so far. Thank y'all once again for joining me tonight as we discuss another true crime case. And I want to tell y'all, spring is in the air. Yes, spring is in the air. It is almost summer. I can feel the heat. And as you all know, summer is my favorite season, so I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait for those kids to be out of school so we can just have a lot of summer fun. Now, as you all know, last week I covered the Shreveport mass shooting, which was extremely devastating and very hard for me to cover because, I mean, I can't imagine taking the lives of your own children. I cannot even fathom that. It doesn't register in my brain. Yet here we are once again with another tragic story about a parent taking the life of their child. I will never understand it. A sweet 11-year-old boy life has been cut short by their own parent, their father. I don't understand how a parent, a mother, or a father could take the life of their greatest creation. However, in this case, the father did. Callen West Perez was a sweet 11-year-old little boy from California. He was incredibly smart, funny, and kind, and wise beyond his years. He had a smile that lit up every room he entered. He deserved so much more life, so many more laughs, and a future that was stolen far too soon. Less than 2 weeks ago, on April 13th, 2026, police respond to a 911 call saying that there is an active shooter at Elko Regional Airport in Nevada. When police arrive, they find 37-year-old Giovanni Perez deceased near a ticket counter from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Police are then directed to a restroom, and that is where they find 11-year-old Callen West Perez with multiple gunshot wounds. Police rush both to the hospital. Unfortunately, they are both pronounced deceased. Now, I know what a lot of y'all are thinking, the same thing I was thinking at first. How did Giovanni get a firearm inside of the airport? Well, as a lot of you may know, you don't get checked until you go through security. So I'm guessing that Giovanni walked into the airport, and then before he went to security, he decided to perform this tragic act. I don't understand why. I don't know what was going on in his head at the time, but it was said that he did bring a firearm into the airport. Now, another thing I wanted to know, why did Giovanni pick this location, this airport in Nevada to commit this crime? Well, it was said by authorities that Giovanni was traveling to Reno with his 11-year-old son, Callen, and their car broke down. And that is when they had to get their car towed. And Giovanni got their car towed 2 hours away to this Elko Regional Airport in Nevada. Now, I also heard that it was 2 hours in the opposite direction of Reno. I don't know if that's true, but if that is true, there was not a place closer. There was nothing closer. It took 2 hours for the car to be towed to a different location. I don't understand why. I don't have the facts. Maybe this is where the rent-a-car place was. I don't know. But was this planned? Did Giovanni plan to go to this airport, this location, and perform this act? Who knows? But all I know right now is that 2 lives are taken, and we don't really know why. According to police, Callan's father, Giovanni, walked into a restroom with Callan. They walked in, then they both walked out. Then all of a sudden, they walked back in the restroom together. However, this time, Giovanni walks out by himself. Now, the more and more I think about it, I believe Giovanni wanted to perform this act, and he was walking in and out of the bathroom maybe to make sure no one was around, no one was watching. I don't know, but I find it very weird that Giovanni and Callan kept walking in and out of the bathroom. But the second time, police say Giovanni walked out alone, and that is when police say Giovanni took his own life near a ticket counter at the airport. Gosh, this is so tragic. And in my opinion, this was premeditated. That's just my personal opinion. I do believe that Giovanni planned this, and he wanted to take his son's life, and he wanted to take his own life. I don't think this was a spur of the moment, but y'all can do your own research. That's just my personal opinion. According to several people, Giovanni was suffering at the time. He was suffering severely. Due to his time in the military, he was suffering from PTSD, and Elko Police Department released a statement. Through the investigation, we learned that Giovanni claimed he was suffering from PTSD due to his time in the military. We are investigating what Giovanni did in the military. Our detectives have also found through their investigation that Giovanni was in a custody dispute with the maternal grandparents and was attempting to keep Callan from both the maternal grandparents and his own family. We still do not have a motive for this horrific incident and may never know why Callan's life was taken. Callan had been separated from his mother for years. I don't know why. The more research I did, I really didn't find out why Callan was separated from his mother. But according to Callan's mother, they had been separated for the past couple of years. However, they were in contact constantly through the phone. She said that she was working on regaining custody of Callan. Callan's mother also said that Callan's father, Giovanni, had served in the U.S. Army for 4 years as a cook. She also says that he was deployed to Iraq. So I don't know what was going on in Giovanni's life at the time. I don't know if he was suffering. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if he was in counseling. But according to several people, Giovanni was suffering at the time and wanted Callan to have no contact with his mom's family or his dad's family, Giovanni's own family. So no telling what Giovanni was going through at this time. It was said that Callan, along with his father Giovanni, were living in both Utah and California at the time. And police released another statement. We do know that they had ties to Merced, California area, and there was a missing persons report filed out of Clovis, California in December of last year. They were located a month later in Ogden, Utah. Ogden was the last place we believe they were living, but we are trying to follow up on that. All of this is so very shocking because Callan adored his father, and people thought that Giovanni adored his son Callan. Back in 2025, when Callan was only in the 4th grade, he submitted an essay about his father or a father figure in his life. Over 100 students participated in this competition, from elementary school to junior high to high school, and Callan placed 3rd in this essay contest. I'm guessing he did the essay on his father because it was talking about a father figure, and it was said by a lot of people that Callan adored his father, Giovanni, and Callan was so excited that he had won this contest. And everyone says that Callan was so smart, wise beyond his years. So in only the 4th grade, Callan wins 3rd place with over 100 people that he was competing against. So Callan was definitely smart and definitely showed the judges how much he loved the father figure in his life. Frank Perez, Father of Giovanni and grandfather of Callan released a statement saying, Giovanni, I'm so sorry I couldn't get you the help you needed. Callan, I'm sorry the courts failed you. Loved dearly. Now, as I did my research, I did see there was a custody battle going on between the maternal grandparents and Giovanni. Now, I don't know if that sparked something in Giovanni's head, because as a lot of you may know, a lot of times when there is a custody battle between two parents or grandparents or anyone, the parents often say to themselves, if I can't have my child, no one will. So I don't know if that what was going on with Giovanni. He didn't want anyone else to have Callan. He wanted Callan for himself. And if he couldn't have Callan, he was going to take both their lives. Who knows? Who knows what Giovanni was thinking at this time? I also hear that Callan has a younger brother. Now, I don't know if this brother is from Callan's mom or from Callan's dad, Giovanni, but it was said through multiple people that Callan did have a younger brother. So I'm wondering if this was Giovanni's other son. Was Giovanni planning on hurting him as well? Like, what was going on through his head with both children? Who knows? But all we know at this time is that 2 lives were taken. And this precious, beautiful 11-year-old little boy who loved his father is no longer with us, because according to several people, his father was suffering from PTSD at the time. And I just want to let all of you know that if you are going through anything, there is always help. And my thoughts and prayers are with Callan's family, Callan's grandparents, Callan's mother, Callan's friends and family. And my prayers also go out to Giovanni's family as well, because at this time, both families are suffering the loss of a son and the loss of a beautiful grandson. I don't know if a lot of you watch all of my videos, but back in November or December of 2024, I covered a beautiful little girl named Kaden Mancuso, and she was so cute. She was, I think she was 7 years old. I can't really remember. I'll have to go look back at the case, but this was a case of the same thing. There was a custody battle going on between the father and the mother, and the stepfather went to go pick up Kaden from her dad's house, and that is when the stepfather found Kaden along with her dad deceased. It was tragic. The father had taken the life of his beautiful little girl Kaden, then taken his own life. So I truly believe that this was premeditated and planned. I do believe that Giovanni was going through a lot of things. According to several people, he was, and he just couldn't take it anymore. And sadly, he didn't want anyone to have custody of his son. So if no one could have Callan, if he couldn't have Callan, no one could. And that's the sad part about this case, is Giovanni needed help. Now, he could have been in counseling. I don't know. He could have been taking medication. He could have been getting the help he needs. Who knows? We don't really have a lot of answers right now. But if he was getting the help that he needed, could this have been prevented? Because don't y'all find Giovanni's dad's post weird when he says, Callan, I'm sorry the courts failed you? So what was going on at this time? Did something happen with the courts? Was Callan not supposed to be with his father? Did the courts want him to be with his father? I don't know. But I find that post very strange when he says, Callan, I'm sorry the courts failed you. Now, I want all of y'all to always remember, if you are suffering with anything, please get the help that you need. I cannot stress that enough. We all go through things in life. Some people go through worse things in life. And if you're going through anything, all you have to do is get help. There are so many people out there today that will gladly help you, that will get you the help you need. Like I always say, y'all can always reach out to me. I'm here for each and every one of y'all. And I want y'all to all remember that. And once again, my prayers go out to both Callan and Giovanni's family. My final thought, I always give y'all my final thought. And my final thought is, if you are suffering from PTSD or any mental issues, please get the help that you need. Please seek out help. There are several facilities and several people that will help you. I want all of you to know that mental illness is real. Mental illness is real. People suffer every day. I have gone through depression. I know several people that have gone through issues, and it is a real thing. So I don't want any of you to turn a blind eye to depression or mental illness or PTSD. Go out there and get the help that you need, because everyone deserves that help. Do whatever it takes to get help, because you don't want anything like this to happen. All of this truly breaks my heart. We had the mass shooting in Shreveport just less than 2 weeks ago. Now we have this case 2 weeks ago. This is sad, and unfortunately, we're hearing more about parents taking the lives of their children, and we have to stop it in some kind of way. It has to end. It has got to end, because these children are innocent, completely innocent. And once again, my thoughts and prayers go out to Callan and Giovanni's family as they are dealing with this tragic loss. I hope after the video that you like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget to press on the notification bell so you never miss a video from me, Anne Marie. And as always, stay safe, always be aware of your surroundings, and always know that I'm here for each and every one of you. I will see y'all next week with more Cajun Crime Queen videos. And as always, thank you for the love and support. And for you, I am truly grateful. I love each and every one of you. I will see you next week. Bye.